Howdy y'all, and welcome back to I Am Able Because I Am is Able. So I grew up in an area where seasons are often referred to as summer, rainy, and fire. It's kind of a joke that we don't have a lot of seasons, or didn't have a lot of seasons. And I was always one that kind of didn't agree with that, but I understood where people were coming from. Now, why am I talking to you about this today? Well, honestly, it's springtime for most people, and it's sometimes hard to see that. And because of that, it's made me think a little bit. So I wanted to share with you some of my thoughts on seasons, both seen and unseen. So here we are. When I was little, actually before I was born, my grandfather helped us plant a garden. And it was a little bit of garden in front, a little bit of garden in back, and part of that garden was 4 rose bushes. It might have been 5. I was little. I don't know. All I know is by the time I was in high school, we had a gardener that, kind of destroyed them. 2 of them have never come back. One of them we replanted to another area of our yard and has come back, but it has some hard days. And another one I thought was completely gone. And is since this season become very obvious that it is very much alive and is right next to another rose bush that we replanted in the area that my grandfather had the rose bushes. We now have, I don't even know, 4, 5 rose bushes along that same fence line that my grandfather had planted because we planted new ones over the years. And this last year, I truly thought that I had ruined those rose bushes. First of all, we have a gardener who does do our lawn, but I try to tend to the bushes as much as I can because it just, I don't know, to me it seems like a good way to connect with gardening, and that's so much a part of Scripture that I want to understand it better. And I really do feel like I learn a lot about God's earth and myself when I take part in this, even a little bit that I do. So we have these rose bushes, and I thought that I'd killed them. Whether it was a harsh winter, whether it was, a disease that could have been in the area, and somehow they got it, and I had no way of knowing how to stop it because I'm not a gardener. I wasn't sure, but they didn't look like they were coming back. And this stayed the same all through our rainy season, starting somewhere around October until about the week before Easter. And something incredible happened. The week before Easter, I started noticing some rosebuds. And suddenly, within the course of about 10 days, our rose bushes went from looking like they weren't going to produce to, oh, there's a little bud, to they doubled in size. The gardener couldn't even garden our grass without me having to trim them back because they had grown so much. I was flabbergasted. I'm still really surprised how overgrown they got in just a matter of 10 days. They are gorgeous, but it was out of nowhere, it seemed. Now, we had rain, we had no rain, we had more rain, we had no rain. So why this time? If not for the fact that there is real spring, even if we don't feel it. There's something more going on under the surface. On Easter weekend, a cat had kittens in our side yard, that very one back there. Unfortunately, we had another storm a few days later, and she had to move her kittens, but we enjoyed watching them kind of grow over the course of about 3 or 4 days before they moved. I also heard new life in the form of birds calling out for their moms, these little chickies just chirping for their mama birds. All this new life was springing forth. And it was interesting that in the course of that, then to hear this Sunday in his sermon, a pastor actually say that we don't have seasons except summer and rain. Although some people also add fire to that. And all I can say is no. Yes, those are the obvious seasons, but also no. because there's so much more going on under the surface. And I think our lives have those too. Sometimes we have obvious seasons that everyone else can see. At least that's what it looks like. It looks like either everything is sunny or everything is dark, which would probably represent more like summer and spring for the sunny, or dark like fall and winter. But maybe underneath that, there's something more that you're going through. And I just wanted to take a moment and just encourage you, if you're going through a season that looks different on the inside than it does on the outside, that God can still use that. God uses all of these seasons on this earth. Why can't he use what's going on inside of your life? He takes care of all of the birds of the air and the lilies of the fields. How much more would he care for you? He sees your seasons, the ones that nobody else can see. Whether that's fall, autumn, where it feels like you're bracing for impact and you might not know why, but it feels like everything's dying away. All of your plans, all of your dreams are just not coming true. And you don't know what to make of that, but you don't know how to tell anyone. Maybe it's winter and everything just seems cold and bleak and dark, and you don't see the light yet because all you see is storms. Maybe you're going through spring, which is an amazing time in life sometimes, when seeds that you might have planted years ago are suddenly coming and growing fruit. That's awesome. But you don't know how to share it because maybe others in your life are going through really hard times. And maybe you're going through summer where, for no particular reason other than you just feel this joy inside of you, you can feel light and sun and warmth. Whatever your season is, whether it's under the surface or exposed, I just want to take a moment to encourage you that, obvious or hidden, God knows your season. And God can use your season. God bless you. I hope you had a wonderful, blessed-filled Easter week. A happy Pascha for those of my Orthodox friends. And if there's another holiday I don't know about, I hope you've had a wonderful one of that too. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you. Enjoy your season if it is a good one, and I pray for you if it is a harsh one. God bless. Ciao for now. Bye.